Yeah, what up guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be doing some book rating. So, what we're going to be doing is continuing off from the last video of discussing the details and some sort of things that are going to happen in this book. For now, the title is called Surviving Dinosaurs. This will be the tropical island. I think we're just going to do the title. Will be like a subtitle that is based on some sort what we're working on, a setting basically, so tropical island. Well, without further ado, let's get into the book review. So we are gonna work on chapter 1. So this is how we did it, was Surviving Dinosaurs Tropical Island. That's how it's gonna be showed. Except this title will get changed. Either I'll change it, or here's what I'm gonna do. If you guys can suggest a title that is suitable for some sort of surviving dinosaur, sci-fi, alien type of thing, go for it. I will obviously change it to whatever you guys choose for, and yeah, that's what we'll do going forward. Or for whatever I need to get done with this one. So, yeah. Alrighty, so we've got chapter 1, prologue. The sun was high in the sky, with partial clouds, bringing in a slight wind, making the temperature around 17 degrees Celsius. Steve, a 60-year-old man sitting in a beach chair on a beach in Los Angeles, USA, wearing tropical orange shorts with his shirt, socks, and sandals next to his chair in a backpack. His white hair went down to his shoulders and his beard down to his chest. So here we've got basically the gist of Steve. Obviously he's a 60-year-old man. So he's just hanging out on the beach, just enjoying life. And, you know, just taking in the beach vibes. Also, I did say Los Angeles. The reason for that is because I kind of feel if it was better in Los Angeles to be on a beach, is basically in my mind. Because I think, that Los Angeles just, I don't know, for some reason it's just feeling natural to put it here, so I just put it there. Obviously the description is just short for now, but we'll probably add more onto it later. But yeah, I think the next thing I am going to write is probably something about getting a phone call and deal with this company going to go there. But I think for today, I am going to be doing something else and taking a break from this book writing, and I'll see you in the next day. Alright, this is about a week later now, and we've got quite a bit of stuff here. So, one thing that I did change is I changed it to first person. We will be in the eyes of Steve here. Other than that, so far I've got 1,000 words from the last 5 days that I've been not recording or anything. But there's a lot of stuff that we gotta get into. So, last time we did say that the Overseer was the unknown, or was the person that called him. I'm changing that to unknown because we don't actually know who he is. So I changed him to unknown. Next thing is I did go around and change some of the stuff. So my name is Steve. I'm a 62-year-old man sitting in a beach chair at Manhattan Beach in Los Angeles, USA. I am wearing tropical orange shorts, my shirt, socks, and sandals. Sandals are next to my chair in a backpack. The sun was high in the sky, indicating that it was around 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. I will be using numbers instead of the words for this area here. With partial clouds, bringing in a slight wind, making the temperature around 17 degrees Celsius. I think I specified that in the last clip, I don't know. And then we got over here is my long white wavy hair went down to my shoulders and had a medium-sized bushy beard. I sipped some soda while watching the waves. My phone then rang, so I picked up the phone, looked at the number, which said unknown, then proceeded to answer it, knowing that it could have been a scam, but a slight possibility that it could have been that I could have been called for help at a dig site. So basically the reason here is that in order, this section here, the reason why I put it this way is because even though that, you know, he knows that it could have been a scam, but he wanted to answer it because obviously, you know, he's an archaeologist, which of course he's gonna specify that he has a website on, you know, and he has his own website, and if anyone wants help, needs help with a dig site or something with bones, then to call him. So that's where this unknown person got his number from, and yeah. So, hello, I spoke. Hello, is your name Steve Petchance? Of course, just asking just to make sure. Unknown asked. Why are you asking? I asked. Well, I am in need of an archaeologist. You see, I have a bunch of old bones that I found in a backyard for my corporation building. Of course, here, we can't really lie. The reason why I said corporation building is because Steve's gonna know that if it isn't an office building, and then he's probably gonna show up to the location, but he's just gonna drive away. So I kinda needed that to be in there. Okay, I can't tell if this is a scam or not, but my kid is telling me I should at least check it out, I thought. Yeah, I'm Steve. I can help you out. Splendid, I'll text you the location and what day you can come by, unknown said. Phone then ends. Well, I gotta say, that could have been a lot more worse. But I feel like this guy could actually need help, I thought. Of course, we're also gonna incorporate inner thought, so, we are gonna incorporate inner thought, so anytime that, you know, we feel like we want to have inner thought and, like, his thoughts on something, we'll bring it in. Then I got a text from the unknown number saying, next week by Monday at 9 AM, I am on the outskirts of Los Angeles. Then send a ping location. Okay, so here, so the next thing I want to do, or the next thing I'm going to talk about is, since we've seen Las Vegas, I'm actually going to use, like, actual real life locations, so, for this first bit, and, like, the actual top. So, if we just go ahead and go over to, alright, here's what I'm using, again, so, Bob is in Manhattan Beach, Los Angeles, about, like, right around here, and he has to go into Las Vegas around here. So that's about a 4-hour drive to 5-hour drive. So he's probably gonna drive, and yeah, that's kind of what I've been using. It's just these times. Steve then called his grandson Bob. Since we're calling, we're not gonna get into the actual description of the characters right now, so we'll get into it a little bit later. Hello, Bob said. Hello, what are you doing next week? I asked. Got the week off from work, Bob said. Oh, why is that? I asked. Well, apparently there's a huge storm going, and my boss is like, just take the week off, we don't know what we're in for. So basically what's happening here is that this big storm is coming in, and his boss doesn't really know if he is going to be able to work within the next week due to the storm or whatnot, so they're just going to take the week off just to be safe. Well, since you have no work, want to help me look at some bones? I asked. Where and when? The outskirts of Las Vegas. Gotta be there by Monday, 9 AM. I spoke. I'm in. I have to book a flight, Bob said. Sounds good. Get there by Sunday, and I'll pick you up at the airport. I spoke. See you soon. Or see you then, Bob said. See you soon. Bye, I said. Bye, Bob said. Alright, let's see. Today is Wednesday. Okay, so the reason why I put the Wednesday, the date of the current day that we're kind of in right now, is because when I was looking at it, I couldn't put it in. I could have put it in here, but it just didn't make any sense. And then I couldn't put it in here. And then of course, if I put it in here, I couldn't. A lot of stuff would have to change around here, so I figured we'll just put it down here in the inner thought. So that's kind of why I put it where it is at. I'm in LA, so that's about a 5-hour drive to Vegas. Oh, that's doable. I'll leave LA Sunday early morning, book a hotel, and go from there, I thought. So, yeah. So like I said, I am using this as like my example of how to time things, so I just picked 5 hours. One other thing is that, oh, I should do that. Never mind. But what I'll say, just so I remember, is the unknown person's corporation building is gonna need to be in the desert. So, at the outskirts of Las Vegas, but we need to actually specify that it's actually technically a deserty place. Or around some sun. Kind of the desert. 4 days passed by. I woke up at 4:30 a.m. with the sun barely out. Given some sunlight, but still dark out. I got out of bed, took a nice shower, changed into a red plaid jacket, a white shirt, blue jeans, white socks, and brown boots. Then I packed up my suitcase and headed out the door by 5 a.m. I put my suitcase in the back of my SUV. Again, an SUV isn't really gonna be... Most of the stuff in Chapter 1 isn't going to be really necessary, as we don't spend all of our time in the actual real world. Hopped in and headed for the nearest drive-thru and ordered a bacon and egg and coffee, then headed to Vegas. Alright, just a simple 4-hour drive, book a hotel at 5 a.m, pick up Bob, then we go eat, and tomorrow we'll figure out if this guy is telling the truth. Again, Steve still under the impression that there is a possibility that he could potentially be lying and trying to scam him. As 5 hours pass by, the early morning sun now has moved up and burned the sky, making it easier to see. Right, so now we know that, sun, the timeline here, the early morning sun has now moved up and brightened the sky, making it easier to see, so we now know that it is around 10 a.m. or something like that. Clouds seem to have cleared up, and some wind blowing small amounts of dust or sand onto the road. With Vegas in view, I parked on the side of the road, took my phone out, and opened up map app. Okay, let's see what hotels are nearby. Ooh, looks like there's a hotel next to the airport. $100 per night. Who in their right mind pays $100 for a night in the hotel? What a ripoff. Oh, here we go. $20 a night. Perfect, I thought. So, the reason why I said $100 per night, and who thought I was in the right mind to pay $100 per night for a hotel, for a night in a hotel, what a ripoff, is because, basically, why would you want to pay $100 just to spend a night in a hotel, when you can just spend $20 at a night? And it will go to show that he's not just looking for the first hotel that he sees. He actually has some knowledge that, oh, maybe I shouldn't go here, maybe find a cheaper option for a night. And this is just for a night or two. So, that's what he was thinking. I reached the hotel, got a room, and watched TV till about 4:45 p.m. So, again, the reason why he got there early was just so he can actually pick up Bob and, you know, just relax, chill after a long drive of driving. Okay, I reached the hotel, got a room, and watched TV till about 4:45 p.m. Picked up Bob, headed out to eat, then went to sleep. Bob and I woke up at 6 a.m. I changed into a black shirt, jeans, and socks, and the same boots. Bob changed into a white shirt, black shorts, white socks, and white shoes. And then we get into Bob's actual description here. Bob is 25 years old. His brown hair was in a ponytail and was clean shaven. Alright, he headed out to the said place while grabbing some food out on the way out. So, Grandpa, why did you even answer your phone? Bob asked. Of course, Bob's talking about the, why he answered his phone about the unknown person. That's kind of technically who he's talking about. Well, you know, I'm an archaeologist, and you'll never know if you will get called to work or not. Plus, regardless, I have a website up for work, I spoke. So of course he's still working, and still wanted to do the archaeologist stuff. I understand, but unknown? I don't know, something just doesn't feel right. Bob is as well, says so that something just doesn't feel right too. Yeah, I do too, but they might just be a normal human being. You never know. We arrived at the location, parked in the parking lot in front of a big building. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, again, this kind of just, the corporation area doesn't really need to be specified, since we're not going to focus all of our attention on the building itself. It's more the people that are making the simulation and trying to just get behind the reasoning behind why they're doing the things that they're doing. I think this is a location, but now that I'm seeing it, this feels like a scam. I spoke. See what I'm saying? Bob said. Yeah, I know what I said. Bob and I entered the building. Inside was a desk. At the end of the room, we walked to the desk. Hello, what can I do for you today? The lady asked behind the desk. Of course, we're not gonna get the actual name of this lady, because it's not gonna probably be that important. She's just a lady behind the desk, doesn't really do anything else, which means this will probably be the only time that we see this lady. Hi, I was called here to look at a dig site, or bones that your boss called me for. I responded. What's your name? Lady, okay. Steve, and this is my grandson, Bob, I said. Right, head up to his office at the end of the hall to the right and on the right hand side. She said, thank you, I said. So, basically, what's happening here, her boss, I'm gonna say, did tell her about this, but she knew that there was something else, but she is still kind of behind it. But again, we won't really see her any farther than this. So now the next thing that I'm gonna work on is the talking with the boss of, or the boss of this corporation, and we'll get more information upon that. Plus, this is kind of going to be the end of chapter 1, leading into chapter 2, which in chapter 2 will be in the actual simulation itself. And then later in the books, we will start to see what simulation really is. So, I think that's where this video is going to end for now, and we will continue this on in the next video. It won't happen next video, but the next video of this book reading series. I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye!